Hello, this is Regina for Talking for Mammon International. Today I want us to talk about something very crucial: sexual education for the boys. I know that parents will hear this and will just enter the bushes, but you will hear what I have to say today. Girls have been spoken about sexual education for so long. We've educated the girls about their menses, their menstrual flow, how to calculate their periods, how to calculate their safe and unsafe periods and stuff like that. They have been taught everything. But the boys, most of the times, even organizations, when they go to schools or go to places to teach young girls, that they keep the young boys aside and talk only to the girls. Don't we think that these boys deserve to know all this calculation and all these issues, how to handle a woman when she's on her menstrual flow and stuff like that? But anyway, we want to talk sex with our sons. It's our duty as parents. We've got to do it. If we don't do it, these children will be left on their own and they will pick up the wrong information from the wrong places. When you don't teach your child sex education, you don't give the sex education that you have to for your children, where do you think that your sons gather all the information that they need? Because these children, they are pretty much left to their teachers. Maybe a biology teacher may teach one or two things during a biology class on reproduction. A biology class on reproduction, yes. A teacher, if the child does not get it from the teacher, he will get it from his friends. And you can understand what a friend thing would mean. That's a child teaching another child, and it's disastrous. And worse still, your son will get information from the internet, which is the worst thing that we can think of. The internet can be the best teacher as well as the worst teacher there is. So we've got to be careful with that. In order to protect our sons when they arrive teenagehood, because when a girl reaches puberty, we take time off to talk to her about menstruation and all the like. Then what about the boys? The boys also have their own changes, also have their bodies reacting in a kind of way, and they seem not to understand what is happening to them. It is you, the father, you, the mother, who has to step in and talk to your boy and tell him that, okay, this is how it happens, this is how it happens, this is how it happens. You don't have to allow this boy to go into the world empty, blank, and he will make mistakes that will cost his adult life so much. So we've got to be careful with our sons. We have to teach them. Parents shy away from this. I know it's a difficult thing, but in the world in which we live today, we can't afford being silent on that particular topic with our boys. We've got to speak. You ask yourself, why are we supposed to speak? Okay, number one, you have to talk sex education with your boy so that it will make him understand what the relationship between a man and a woman actually is. What a real relationship between a man and a woman actually is. Because now, with what he gathers online, with what he sees from happening around him, what he sees around in his surrounding, in his direct environment, many boys will be tempted to think that a relationship between a man and a woman is based solely on sex, which is so wrong. There is more to a relationship between a man and a woman. If your son goes out with that idea in his mind that sex is the number one reason why he's befriending a girl, then your son is going to have it very, very difficult in life. Very difficult. We have to teach him that in a relationship, you have to communicate. In a relationship, there are gestures that are expected from you. So you see, it's a whole lot. It's not only about the sex parts. And some people believe right in their adulthood, some people right in their marriages now, they believe that relationship is just all about sex. It is so wrong. What you have to teach your sons also is to respect women. They have to respect the female body. They have to respect a woman's desires. Why are we saying so? What do you think causes all the rape out here? What causes all that? Because the boys are unable to respect women. That's the boys have understood that women are just meant for their sexual satisfaction, which is so wrong and so bad, because these women are equally human beings like them. They have their likes, they have their preferences, and they have to be respected. So if your son is not able to respect the female race, then what kind of person are you sending into the society? You also have to teach your son the dangers of pornography. Oh yes, because of their curiosity, since they have not had any information from you and they feel that they have not gathered enough from their surrounding, they decide to go online and they go and make pornography. And we know the vices of pornography. It makes them to have an unreasonable expectation about sex. It is so terrible, and constantly watching this pornography makes them to have little or no respect for the female race. And this addiction to pornography also leads to another addiction. If the boy is not able to have a woman to satisfy him when he watches pornography and he gets aroused, he will turn to masturbate. And when he masturbates, that becomes another addiction. And believe me, there are so many parents in our society who are living under the same roof with their sons without knowing what their sons do in their rooms. It's good, you need to keep their privacy, but budge in once in a while and check what they are doing in their rooms. Check what they are saying. Check what is going on. Don't just leave it at that. You've got to be very much present in your son's lives, because if you let it go, your son will go so much astray. And I have seen how it destroys the life of many boys. So you've got to talk. Be careful with your children, your sons especially. Talk with them. As you talk to your daughters, also talk to your sons. And then you have to talk to them, because they have to be careful. Because whatever choices or decisions that they make during their teenage years, it will affect their latter years. That is, it will affect their adulthood. It will affect their lives as a husband, affect their lives as a father, affect their lives as a leader. Because imagine a young boy at the prime of youthfulness, at the prime of puberty, gets a girl pregnant. He has sex, unprotected sex. He gets this girl pregnant, and that brings a lot of trouble. I didn't love this girl. I just got her pregnant. It was a mistake. Or you even hearing that it's not even possible. I just slept with her once. And we all know that it is possible, even just sleeping with a woman for a fraction of a second, you can get her pregnant. So you see, the boys don't really understand all that, and you have to teach them. You have to make them understand that whatever they do in their youthfulness, they will account for it in their adult life. You have to also tell them to be careful, because there are diseases out there and there are unwanted pregnancies. You have to make them to be aware of multiple partners, sexual partners, because some boys have seen women as their sexual tools. A young boy of 18 is having already like 3-4 girlfriends that he's having sexual contact with them. It's very dangerous. They are all over the place. We have to educate these boys. We have to make them understand that all those are not it's not a responsible behavior to have multiple partners. There are some men who have grown right into adulthood, and they had adulthood, and they still don't even understand that. Then how about these small boys? We have to teach them better. We have to teach them better so that they will not fall into that temptation. They will not fall into that problem. They will not fall into that thing that is spoiling homes and families today. So we have to sexually educate our children. They say charity begins at home. You have to teach them from the home and prepare them for the outside world. If you leave them for the outside world, the outside world will eat your sons. So let's be careful. Let's talk to our children. Let's talk to our sons, because what you tell them is what will accompany them into adulthood, is what will make them to become the man that they will be tomorrow. Parents, let's sit up.